The mental health carer support group was set up about 18 months ago now by myself and one of the community psychiatric nurses, because we realised that carers, really there's not a lot out there for them to help them, and unpaid carers, I'm sure you're aware, save governments globally billions and billions of pounds. But really they're very often struggling on alone and providing that care to their loved ones. We did some sort of scoping exercises and we realised that carers here, a lot of what they wanted was just actually to be able to talk, just to share their experiences and feel like they were being heard. One of the ladies that comes to the group described families as collateral damage. And you really get that feeling that not just is that person consumed by it, but their families and their networks suffer because of it as well.
Talk to us a little bit about occupational therapy. What is it?
Occupational therapy is one of the allied health professions. Our role really is to support people to manage their own health and care needs. And we do that by looking at occupation in its broadest sense. So we're looking at self-care, so everything from getting yourself up, washed, dressed, your shopping, your budgeting, to engagement in leisure activities. And in some cases, we're also looking at productivity, because we all need to feel productive and useful. So for some people, we're looking at work or volunteering. And we break down activity into its smallest components and help people find a pathway that is in small, manageable chunks and help them build their confidence, independence, and resilience, really, I guess, especially working in mental health. You know, obviously I have colleagues who work more in the physical side of things, but in mental health, we're looking at resilience, we're looking at coping strategies, we're looking at routine and structure. It's a very interesting job, very varied. But I do think, you know, very much this government has been actually very supportive of engaging people in meaningful activity, and that is key role for occupational therapy. There are also moves to look at reasonable adjustments within the workplace. We have 4 doing community occupational therapy, sort of the physical side of things, 3 in paediatrics, 3 in inpatients, and 2 in mental health. You will note the smallest sector is mental health, and actually that's something that I think is going to have to shift because the referrals that we're getting through is snowballing. We have a very holistic approach, so we are looking at the whole person, their health needs, their social needs. We are working very closely with our multidisciplinary colleagues. You know, we're working with the social workers, with the physios, with the nurses, with the psychiatrists. We are almost a sort of pivot point in some ways, I think.